Happy Pride Month, y'all! How is it going, fam? Y'all feeling safe? Y'all feeling intersectional? I know you got some intersections up in here. I know it's not just white and white passing, cisgender, heteronormative, gay men. I know that there's some QTPOC up in here. I know the Q-tips up in here. Hey, it's Prince of Queens. And apparently I just make improv videos on the weekends now. It's become a little bit of a tradition. And I made one that's an hour long, but I'm going to upload it to my secondary channel, Prince of Queens live streams. Because I actually think it's quite interesting. When I was talking about it, I was able to carry a train of thought for over an hour. But the thing is that I used a few swear words, and I'm worried about it getting flagged on this channel because I currently have a strike, and so I don't want to lose my ability to upload for 2 weeks. And yeah, so go watch that video. But yeah, it's Pride Month. It's Gay Pride Month, and granted, I have been making a lot of videos about being gay. A lot, kind of a lot. You know, all these YouTube people were like, you're one of the cool gay guys that doesn't talk that much about being gay. And that was true. But I certainly can. I just wasn't, because there was lots of other stuff to talk about, you know, during the election and post-election and dealing with Antifa and everything. But, you know, that for the most part now, the most important work for me to be doing is cultivating more of a gay audience and making sure that the whole GigTow thing becomes more of a thing, that it spreads, that the GigTow movement multiplies, and it's a grassroots word of mouth thing where more and more guys realize they don't have to be intersectionals. That's important to me. So I'm going to be certainly talking a lot about Pride Month. Hopefully there's going to be some funny happenings that happen this year. There have been for the last 2 current years, but whatever. That being said, I definitely did come up with some terminology that we should all start putting into our collective vernacular. So if you're a cool person, if you're one of the cool kids, if you're one of the cool GigTow kids, here's a few things that you should say. The first one is, I don't think I said this. I think Feral Cat said this. We were on the Gaytriarchy stream last night, and we were talking about the QTPOC, which stands for Queer, Trans, People of Color. And that's basically, like, okay, like, let's say you were an intersectional, it's basically the intersectional label. Like they're no longer happy with LGBT because that includes gay men, and gay white men suck according to them. So you have to submit, you have to bend over a little bit further backwards to please these people. And the label that they really like is like the holy grail of all labels of intersectionality is QTPOC. And it stands for Queer, Trans, People of Color. And the thing is that white people can claim that label because they can claim to be trans, even if they're not trans. They can just, you know, claim to be. They can claim to be non-binary. Like that does happen. So it's this sort of like all-encompassing label that gets to be like more oppressed on the queer spectrum than anybody on the LGBT label, but it actively excludes white gay men. Like if you're a cisgender white gay man, you don't get to be part of the QTPOC people. So obviously they're not my favorite people, just in general. Now, this is not to say that I have a problem with queer and trans people who are racial minorities, because I don't. Like I have several friends that I'm still on good terms with, or would be on good terms with if they lived in the same city as I did, and we would probably be able to hang out and talk and have fun because we always did. And they're not necessarily PC people, you know. Like I have black drag queen friends that are, or at least were, less PC than I was when we first were hanging out, you know. And I don't think that they go around calling themselves queer, trans, people of color. I don't think that they use this QTPOC acronym, but some people do. And it's a political thing. It is a political thing. And white people are trying to get in on it sometimes too, I think. It's silly. So Feral Cat, I think, called them Q-tips. And I think it's funny. I think that's funny. I think we should just call them Q-tips. Like, oh, the Q-tips. Because it does look like that. When you look at it, you think Q-tip. Like, that's like the first subconscious word recognition that you see when you look at it. And yeah, I just think that's kind of funny, because like it's like no, I'm not gonna, it's not an insult towards somebody that could be used to describe them. It's an insult towards the people who actually call themselves that. Anybody who's actually going around calling themselves QTPOC, you know what, you might as well be called Q-tip for all I care, because I don't care about you. There's that. And then the other terminology that I came up with, there's this new closet, the new closet that people are in, and they're closeted about their beliefs. And some people would say that it's being closeted about being conservative. I don't necessarily think that that's true, because I think that that's saying a little bit more than what I'm willing to say, because I don't consider myself a conservative. I forced myself through the political compass test the other day, and I got center left libertarian. Like, I was right in the middle of the green. So I think it's disingenuous if I were to say that I was a conservative. But I was for a while, and came out in around 2015. I was closeted in this way where I wouldn't tell people what I really thought about certain things. At least not readily. At this point, I've been saying it very, very readily for years. Like, I just say what I think pretty freely, which is one of the reasons I don't really go out much to gay bars. But that being said, what is that closet? What is that type of closetness? Like, what when gay guys are a closet case, like when they're gay but they're not out of the closet and everybody knows that they're gay, well, there was a term for that. We said that they were living in the glass closet, which I think is pretty funny. Like, everybody knew you were gay, and then you came out and it was like not a surprise to anybody. Well, that means that you were in the glass closet. But what is this new closet where you're a gay guy and you're scared, you're afraid to say what you really think about anything having to do with politics or the gay male community or the, LGBTQIA++ that's trying to speak for you, but you don't really feel like it does. But you're unwilling to tell everybody that. Like, you go along with it because because you're closeted. Well, I want to call that the rainbow closet. There's many gay guys living in the rainbow closet. They hate the intersectionals. They hate the feminists. They hate going on Facebook and seeing yet another article about how racial dating preferences is not okay and it's problematic, and white guys have to date black guys, except for if they ever do, then they're racially sexualizing them. If they ever do date an Asian guy, then they want to love him long time. No, I will not love you long time. Sorry, that's an actual quote from, there was a photo of this like really unattractive Asian man, and it said, "I will not love you." He had a little sign that said, "I will not love you long time." And it was like, yeah, that's, I don't know about the cause and effect, dude. You certainly won't love me long time. I don't know if you'd ever get the opportunity, buddy. I've done Asians before. It would not be you. Would not be you. So, yeah. Those are the two terms. If anybody has any suggestions for terminology that we should be coming up with, the sort of GGTOW slang vernacular of this movement of gay guys who are like sort of trying to separate from the greater the greater rainbow. Because, you know, like the slang of the rainbow is so tired and so uncool. Like, I get in arguments with these like aging gay guys who are, you know, like late 30s, early 40s, who still kind of think that they're cool. Like, they're still under the impression, like, I at least know that I'm getting older and that I have to actively try to learn about youth culture. Like, I play Overwatch and like weird things like that. Like, I'm like one of the old people that plays Overwatch. But there's these gay guys who, like, they're, you know, it's like, dude, all your friends are over 30, 33, 35 at this point, and newsflash, you're not the cool people anymore, but maybe you think that you still are. And I'll get into these arguments with them about, you know, anything. I was just in an argument about Roseanne with somebody, and he literally said, "Bye, Felicia," to me. Like, he still said, "Bye, Felicia." And it's like, oh my God, that was a dead meme in 2015. You still, like, that's your little version of slang? Oh my God, it's tragic. So we need some new, like, if somebody's tiring, what is a good way of saying go away? Come up with that. Cause we you know, some pop cultural reference. Gay guys need that. We're nothing without good current, or not necessarily current, but memes and funny pop cultural references. Like, what's a good movie that every gay guy that you know enjoyed, and come up with some references that came from that. I'm really into doing that type of thing because that's part of one of the things that you learn in script writing school. Playwrights invent their own vernacular. Shakespeare did that. The guy who, my favorite movie of all time, my favorite script of all time, the movie Heathers, he did that. You know, when the girls say that something is cool, they say, "How very." So yeah, gay guys, you guys should be doing that a little bit more. And go watch my hour-long rant video, because it's probably better than this video. All right, bye.